SquidBot took Snowanna to McDuck Manor, even though he wasn't allowed there. But he had no choice where to hide. The good is that Scrooge McDuck and his family weren't there though. But Snowanna, Lena, and Dawn were visiting. SquidBot had a serious word with Snowanna about his new plan if he can't avenge Brian and his idiots. Snowanna, we might have a serious word together. SquidBot, what do you want from me? SquidBot, what do you want from me? You already deeply humiliated me at a public restaurant, which was the Krusty Krab, and it's not even close to being fixed yet. It still has a few more gashes to be filled in. That's right, though. We need to have a word, though. If I can't punish you to avenge Brian and his idiots, I might as well think of something else, though. You see, you and your pet toucan have gone too far of what you guys have done to me. For your information, SquidBot, Hal is not my pet. He's my friend, all right? If Hal was my pet, that would literally be insane. You should know that. Hal is not my pet, and I'm not his owner. He's my friend. I snuck him away from Angry Birds Island one time and became his friend. Yeah, whatever. Whatever he is, I can't believe I'm very mad at you, and I'm mad at Hal too, because you guys should know that what you guys have done was dead wrong, and I am sick of it. I'll tell you, this counts all the times of what you've done to Squidward and his boss Brian and their friend King Fossa. Apparently, Brian and his agents were going to have victory and to rule Sugar Rush after all the McMuffins went out of stock. Not a problem. Well, yeah, it wasn't the problem, though, but yeah. I'm very furious with that. I'm very furious with you guys, I'm very furious with you and the racers. Not clearly with the races, but yeah. And that music video I showed you, it actually did show you that I was actually planning to get back at you and Hal for what you guys have done. But it actually gave me a splendid idea, though. I was able to move on from Brian. Apparently, Brian and his idiots did say that revenge is what they would have wanted. Since that you guys have took something that meant a lot to me. But guess what? You guys may not have cared, but I decided to. I may not be able to avenge Brian, King Fossa, and Squidward, but that means I'm actually able to do something that I've always wanted to do my whole life. I'm gonna make you and Hal regret this. You're not gonna make us regret that SquidBot. What makes you say that? Because don't you know, me and Squidward were not friends. And you know I do not miss him. You can miss Brian and his idiots all you want, but me and the racers don't though. We did not like them. And you should know something. Dawn knew about you actually. Me and Taffy told everything about him to her right after she found us being blasted into a field because of you. All the times you've done horrible things. Blasting me and Taffy away, scaring the Adopt Me cubs, blasting them away, breaking my pinky toe on my left foot, breaking my 3 middle toes on my left foot, and pushing me, SpongeBob, Odie, Anna, down a snowy hill and stuff. It's like, this counts like all the times you've done horrible things. And the worst part is, the worst memory that you've done was when you broke all 5 of my toes on my right foot. I couldn't walk for several days because of you. And I'll say that the worst thing you've ever done, besides breaking the actual worst thing that you've done, was sabotaging my date and publicly humiliating me in a public restaurant. You know better than that. Yeah. I wonder what the problem was, though. She just started crying, covering her eyes, and just ran out the building. I wonder what her problem was. SquidBot, seriously? You know what you've done, though. Snowanna was already feeling insecure about what you've done in the past, and you literally and now you're trying to punish her and Hal for this. You should know Hal has nothing to do with it either. He did help Snowanna defeat you in the first time, though, which was actually a first try, actually. But seriously, you trying to punish Snowanna and Hal because of this? Aren't you ever gonna leave them alone? Oh, I could though, but I better not catch them anywhere. Be quiet, SquidBot. And seriously, I'm gonna have you know that the actual kind of memory you could have thought twice before is like, yeah. And that is something I will not put. The worst thing that you've ever done was literally embarrassing Snowanna in public in a public restaurant. You should know that. You literally humiliated Snowanna in a public restaurant by sabotaging it and sharing out her breakups. She told you all of that in confidence. You should know that. For what you have done to Snowanna, you're gonna regret it. Actually, watch as I give you a piece of my mind. You bucket of bolts. See that, Dawn? That's me standing up to a robot that's really mean. Yeah, that's very good of you, Lena. And I'll say, publicly humiliating Snowanna in a public restaurant, that's literally gotta be the worst thing that SquidBot has ever done. That's true. And he's also going after Hal as well. So we gotta help keep Hal and Snowanna safe. And that's what we'll totally do, though. Speaking of which, should we go find Snowanna? Yeah, I think so too, though. Apparently Snowanna ran out the mansion. I actually know where she's at, though. And when we find her, I'll let you do the talking, and then maybe I can talk to her as well. Yeah, totally. Come on, let's go find her.